Hi everyone, I'm Tom and I am the SU Sport Officer currently, and basically I'm just going to have a sit here, drink a coffee and talk to you about what it is like to be a student officer or a sabbatical officer. Okay, so I've got a few notes and I'll try and read through those, but I'm going to try and go through quite quickly because I recorded this earlier and it took forever to get through everything. 30 seconds in, smashed it already. Okay, so an officer is obviously it's a full-time paid role, and one that you can do on graduation, or one that you can do within your study. It's an awesome opportunity to have like a multitude of different experiences, and to develop a load of different skill sets and a diverse range of skill sets that you probably wouldn't be able to develop to the same extent within a regular grad role. Um, Oh, even drank that coffee quickly. Okay, so um, there are loads of different experiences, as I said, and kind of I guess we'll go with that hat analogy. So you're kind of wearing, or you have to wear loads of different hats within this role. So it could be that you know, that you're in a board of trustees meeting and you need to be kind of wearing that trustees hat, or Francie and Annie sit as governors of the university, they'll kind of have to take that, or have to put that hat on and actually think, okay, like what is the best strategic move for the university, or as a trustee, what is the best strategic move for the SU. So you need to be connecting to those different areas, and obviously, other hats would be like staff role, so you need to have that level of professionalism, but also the student role. So actually, think about, okay, am I approachable? Am I doing things in the interest of the students? That is the main reason that we're in that role, is because we are connected to the student life, really. Okay, so. And within that, obviously, you've got multiple different hats. Within that, you are interacting with a huge range of different stakeholders. It could be anything from Bath and North East Somerset councillors, to students, to the senior management team, to university staff, to SU staff as well. So you're actually interacting with this, huge different range of people throughout the role. And there's a kind of a really diverse range of skill sets, so it's quite a people-facing thing. You are, the nature of the role is that you are in a lot of meetings, and that you are kind of, in those student-facing opportunities. So it could be, outside of COVID, obviously, it would be that we were going to loads of different events, and interacting with people and talking to people, and we'd regularly be at SCORE, or other kind of nights out. Does make it quite a fun role, that being part of not necessarily part of the job description. You don't have to go if you don't want to, but there being that expectation that, okay, you are going out there and you are interacting with students, is super, super fun, and it makes it a more enjoyable role for sure. There's a lot of kind of, I guess, more strategic direction style stuff. So looking at, okay, as a governor for Francie and Annie, as trustees for the rest of us, we are in charge of shaping that strategic direction of the SU. For myself, it's the strategic direction of sport. How do our actions tie in with our strategy and with our ultimate kind of aims? Project management is a huge part of it, particularly on my side, and particularly, in fact, in pretty much every single role. So it could be kind of events, it could be campaigns. There are so many different areas in which you are developing those project management kind of skill sets. Communications, you will have a full inbox the whole time you are an officer. It is just, it's just how it is. You're bombarded. You are essentially, the person that people go to when they're not sure who to contact, and so your inbox is, by nature, always getting notifications. We've got that. So communication is obviously a big part of it. You're interacting with loads of different people. You need to find the right ways of getting kind of information and demands through to them. Obviously, the role is in itself representation of students, and so making sure that you are connected and making sure that you are closing feedback loops is a really important thing. So that whole cycle of representation is something that you obviously do develop. And yeah, I'd say that's, well, I wouldn't say that's it. That's definitely not it. There's loads on. Okay, so be that project meetings, the kind of the manifesto points that you get elected on, the firefighting that you're doing throughout the semester, and the different problems that crop up throughout a normal semester are just incredible. There's a huge amount of them, and it does mean that it's a really high pressure role. You have been elected. You have been elected because you care and because you have shown that you want to work on this area, and a lot of the time that kind of adds pressure, throughout the semester, and it means that that it's quite difficult to feel like you have a work-life balance or a perfect work-life balance. A lot of the time it just doesn't really happen. It's a very weird role in that respect. I don't think anyone hits that perfect balance, and there are lots of ups and downs. There are big wins, there are big losses. It's how the role is really. However, there is a lot of support available. So obviously I've got my staff team within sport, and we've got kind of coaching on a regular basis, so more on that personal development side. We've got mentoring with Mandy, our deputy chief exec. So she will she will ask basically how we are on a regular basis, and we'll have a few little questions that we go through, and just kind of it's that more kind of emotion-based check-in and understanding how we're feeling in ourselves, which is really, really good. And then obviously you've got the team of officers, which is a huge part of it, because you are interacting in meetings, yes, but also outside of that, they do become really close friends, and it's a fantastic support network, because I don't think anyone quite knows what an officer is going through at any given point apart from the rest of the team. It is, I feel like you feel so connected to them because of the nature of the role. It is a difficult thing to articulate. Even in this, I've taken it up to 7 minutes at this point. It's a difficult thing to articulate to someone what the role is like, but they definitely understand, and it's really, really amazing having a team of people there that do understand to that level. In terms of experience that you need, for the role, it's good to have some experience. It's good to be able to tie into your own experiences of the different areas. For example, usually someone that gets elected into the sport officer position will have had some sort of interaction with sport, be that as a recreational player, be that as a completely performance kind of competitive player. It varies quite a lot, but some experience and usually some committee experience is useful, and it means that you're not completely surprised by everything that's going on within the SU. So some sort of knowledge of the SU is good, but again, not essential. The campaign is an incredible experience, and I would recommend, actually, just in isolation, the campaign was so much fun doing it. And I got to the end of my campaign and I was like, actually, I had someone who was running against me, and I was like, actually, I'm very happy I would be very happy to also see them get into the role, and that's kind of how it is. It's the campaign in itself is that amazing experience, and it's an amazing opportunity to develop those kind of CV skills. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Hopefully that's been enough of an insight as to what I do, and what the officer team do. If you do have any questions, just pop them through. But yeah, have a lovely day. And if you are thinking about running, then contact one of the officers. We are so happy to chat, or contact any member of SU staff, if you have any specific questions or concerns. But yeah, thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.